Back with an mind-blowing video on GitHub Copilot Agent Mode. So far we have seen a lot many AI coding assistants, but then this GitHub Copilot Agent is the futuristic thing. People generally call AI software engineers, and this is a glimpse of how AI software engineers look. Honestly, this is an augmenter to anyone, whether they are a coder or non-coder. They can use this and they can create applications. You don't have to worry. For example, I don't know Flutter, but I'll go ahead and showcase how we can develop it in Flutter using this agent mode. Or for example, I don't know Streamlit or any other programming language or framework. Then you can use this agent mode to create almost anything in software solutions. Let's go ahead and have a look. There's also a little worry that how this is going to end up, because where we need huge number of software developers, we don't need much, because these AI agents can go ahead and write the code very easily. So for this, in this video, we are going to look how this Copilot agents can be used within Visual Studio Code, and what does it mean, how do we install, how do we run it, what are the prerequisites needed. Let's get started. First, you need to download Visual Studio Insiders. Visual Studio Insiders, Google for it, and then you will get a download link. You log in with your Microsoft account and you can download it. So once you download it, you will see the first window, so like something like this, but then it will also come up with a GitHub Copilot. So you click here, or it will come on the home page. So you need to have a, for those who don't know what is GitHub Copilot, it's a coding assistant that is helpful, and it is available as a plugin within Visual Studio Code. So here, if you go to extensions, you'll see GitHub Copilot Chat. So that is an extension to Visual Studio that will help in writing your software coding. And then for this to run, you need to have a GitHub account, and the subscription, GitHub Copilot subscription, is free. So you just have to log in, create an account and log in with your GitHub Copilot account. So once you log in, you will see this models. O3 is the latest one. 4.0 was standard and default. Gemini 2.0 also recently added, but my favorite is Claude 3.5. So what this does is, here if you ask any coding related question, it will give you answer to that. Or there are multiple ways how you get it. So you go new file, and then here when you say Control I and you ask a question related to code, it will generate the code. So this way we traditionally do coding with the help of a GitHub Copilot Chat or GitHub Copilot within the editor. Now there is new feature called Copilot Edits, which we are going to discuss, and in this we have edit and agent mode. So first, let's go ahead and create a base. Let's say that I wanted to have a calculator application in Streamlit. So I don't know anything about Streamlit, so I'm just going ahead and look into it. I know a bit about Streamlit, by the way, and then I'm going to create it. So let's say slash, and here you see a lot many options. I'm going to use new to create a new workspace, and I'm going to say create simple calculator app in Streamlit. So when you say this, it is going to take the template, it is going to create the template with number of files required for Streamlit. So here if you see, these are all the files. So you say create workspace. This is not an agent, this is by default the feature of GitHub Copilot Chat. And here you need to select the parent folder. So let me go ahead and select a parent folder here. So the base files are created. Now the base files are being created in that location. Now once we have that ready, so our project foundation is ready, then we can go ahead and start using edit mode. So I'm saying open. So if you see here, it already has that base structure which is needed. Now I'm going to GitHub chat and I'm going to edits. So what is edits? Edits means, for example, if you need to make a change here, so every time you need to go to one file and then you need to, let's say you need to go ahead and say Control I to make any change inside the file. Instead, if you want to make change, for example, in realistic scenarios, when you have your project, real project, it will be like at least tens to hundreds of files. So in that case, you cannot, you need a new feature. For example, you need to make scientific calculator. In that case, you have to enhance this. It's not just in one file, you need to enhance this in multiple files. So for that, they have come up with GitHub Copilot edits, and here it is. You can select which files, working set, how many files you want, you will select those many files. So here if you open this, and if you open this, then you see this working set will increase. So here working set, and then if you ask to enhance anything, then it is going to make changes into this working set, and you need to accept the changes to each file, and because it is going to update this files, and you need to accept these edits, and you are going to run this manually to check whether this is working or not. This is Copilot edits to edit more than one file in bulk. But now the other interesting thing which they have come up, which is a preview feature or experiment feature, is agent. Agent means you don't have to actually look into anything. So agent will by default go through all the files in your folder structure in your project, and then it is going to give you outcomes. It is going to update the files, it is going to fix the errors, anything that is needed for your project. For example, here I am saying create a simple calculator app in one screen and a scientific calculator another screen. So I wanted this one. So first what it does is it is going to look into what are all the existing files within our project folders. So it is looking into calendar, apps, streamlit, components, operations folders, and it is going through each, and then it is going to start updating it. So it has scanned through our code base, and then it starts updating whichever files needs to be updated for this specific prompt. Yeah, it's looking into requirements.txt, and then yeah, so here it is reading calculator.py. Sometimes I feel that free version is little slow. Again, it's an experiment, and then it is also using Claude 3.5 Sonnet preview for free. So these are all going to take some time. So it is trying to make the changes to this calculator.py. So it made change 70 to 74 lines, and then now it is saying should I iterate. So it asks permissions now and then, so that it won't go into an infinite loop and keeps trying to do something nonsense. And when it needs to run in your console, then also it asks for permissions, because there is sometimes issues that it may run something garbage in your console which we should be monitoring. So there is some manual intervention that we need to do so that it don't run something random. So here it is saying I need to run this, go ahead, continue. But then before that I need to accept it, because three files has been updated: app.py, calculator.py, operations.py. I accept it, so the changes are saved, and here I'm going to click on continue. So this is going to run that command. Now you see there is an error. So what this does is now it is going to actually fix this error. So first what it is trying to do, it is trying to go to this calculator folder, and it is trying to run streamlit. So let's see. So there is an error again. So tyml.loads that is an error. So it tries to fix this. This is what the actual agent is. It just does not update the code, but it also goes ahead, looks for your console, runs in the console, looks for the errors in the console, and tries to fix it. So it has changed it, and now it is trying to run it again. So again there is an error. Now it is, let's see what it does. Yeah, still there are errors, so it is trying to change that config dot file. So it made changes. In fact, before I run it in the console, I need to make sure that I click on accept here. So let's see. So here you need to click on accept and then continue. So that way your updated changes are known to console. Again, it is going through your whole code to make sure that these are having the proper changes. So it made again changes to calculator.py. Let's see. Yeah, I'm saying accept and then I'm saying continue. Oh, this time it's trying to do something, but still there is an error. As you know, this is AI. When I ran this for previous time, it gave me better outcomes, but this time it is still having errors. So I'm saying accept because the code changes are saved, and then I'm saying continue, and it is trying to run again. Same error parts, some specific error here. Oh, unfortunately, there is something here. Let's see. It's trying to problematic. Okay, it's trying to remove it. Let's see if what it does. Yeah, it came. It has an error. So let's go back here, and now it will read that error and try to solve it. Accepting it, and let's try continue here. It's still having some weird characters. Unfortunately, it couldn't realize this part. I think this is the one which is causing error. So let me delete it for now manually. It won't even, because it is in read-only mode, it won't even allow me to make that change. Let's see what it does. So basically it's not able to understand. We need to remove this part. It's still having the error. So this needs to remove this folder structure there. I'm removing this so that it understand, and let's go ahead and try to resubmit this. Yep, here you see there is a simple calculator, there is scientific calculator. So here is an operation which you wanted to select for scientific calculator. Now I don't like this. I need the actual proper calculator layout. So I'm going ahead and yeah, here it says fine. Now I'm going ahead and saying that I need the proper calculator look. please update the look and feel to actual calculator style. So let's see if it tries to do this. So it again does that same. It goes through iterations of all the files and then tries to update the code. So this way, if you see, it has actually created the whole project folder, and then it has iterated through everything, and it has updated the code in multiple files. And then once it is done, it is trying to run in the console, and it's trying to fix the errors within the console, and then it is trying to open the browser, and when there is an error within the browser, if it is not running, it is again trying to fix this error. So it has continued till it was able to get the answers. Now it is trying to update the calculator screen to look like a calculator. Let's see what it does. It has updated calculator.py. Let's see. Before running this, I'm accepting the changes, and then I'll let me run this. So it opened. Yeah, here is the calculator view. Yeah, though this is amazing. If you see this, it has actually created the scientific calculator view as well. So let's check this out. 6 into 3. So there is an error. So it's giving some random garbage outcome. Oh, this is equals to 6 into 3, 18. It has messed up with this keys, but at least the outcome is good. So let's look into, for example, enter a value 2. There is no square. 2 exponential. Yeah, it tries to do something. So now if you want to make changes, you can go ahead and ask for more changes. It is going to make these changes. This way, you should be able to execute things in any language with your requirements. So first, create a base template base project structure, and then ask the requirements one by one. It is going to create new files, it's going to edit existing files and create your project structure. So this is the simple example. However, as I said, this will be helpful. It can be an as a augmenter if you already know programming. If you don't know programming, you may struggle a bit. Again, this is just a glimpse, just the beginning of what is going to come. So the future looks like people will be hiring AI agents. Companies will be hiring AI software engineers to do the jobs, because it can go into your Jira stories, it can go into DevOps, it can pull out the stories, and it can go to the GitHub code source, and it can do the pull request, it can make the code changes, and it can go ahead and commit the changes to the branch, and it is going to run this sonar cube, and then it is going to look at the test cases, and it will fix till all the test cases are passed, and then it will push into production. All these things are coming. This is actually the beginning of these things. At this point, it is impressive, but it's not super great. But sooner these are going to be better than a lot by now. Thank you. Please do like and subscribe. I will continue doing my Gen AI video series. So far I have done at least 10 videos. Please go ahead, like, subscribe my channel, and check out my other videos. I'll be coming up with more latest updates soon. The past video was on how to use DeepSeek APIs for free and integrate into Copilot Studio. Do check out that video. And within this week, I'll come up with another brand new Gen AI tools video. Have a good day. Thanks. If you have any questions, do drop me in the chat comments. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible.